Hello again. I am still in Los Angeles for our reading of The Four Immigrants, and I realized that I will be driving up on Thursday and will probably be tired on Friday. So today was the best time for me to do a vlog because tomorrow we have our reading. And I just got back from rehearsal at USC, and as I was driving home, I was thinking about just how great this time here has been. The folks at Artists at Play have been really helpful and supportive, and these performers are just fantastic. And for this particular reading, I am doing a condensed version of the show. So we took a show that was about 2 hours and 10 minutes long and have condensed it to about, I hope, 95 minutes. Could be 100. We will find out tomorrow when we do a dress rehearsal, because that was the requirement to do this presentation at USC. But I am learning so much just by these new actors, as well as this requirement of shortening things helps me really learn what is necessary. And sometimes when I cut things, I learned what is unnecessary and realized, oh, I could do without that in the full version. So this has been a good time for me to also tweak the lines and do some dramaturgy work on the show. So that's been great, as well as great to work with Leslie again, the director of the piece. And she's just really great at setting the tone and the vision of what any iteration that we've worked on of this together, what it needs to be and what we should be accomplishing. So the show has felt like it's been in great hands. And I think what I felt like sharing in this vlog was really this idea of being open to having your roadmap change, or not holding so strictly to a particular roadmap. In other words, you know, when the world premiere closed at TheaterWorks in 2017, my brain, as I think it should, it went immediately to, all right, what is the next theater company that's going to produce this? What is the next Lort House? Where in the country is this going to go? And we did a lot of outreach. And this opportunity with Artists at Play came about because I ran into an old friend of mine, Julia Cho, who is one of the producing partners at Artists at Play. And I just happened to meet her at, reconnect with her at this conference in Chicago in 2018. And she told me to send along, I think I gave her the cast album for The Four Immigrants as a little, here's what I've been working on, here's a little gift. And she took a listen and she was interested in actually reading the script, so I sent it along. And here's the thing, Artists at Play is a small company, and they have never done a musical either. So, I sent it along not really thinking much because I knew their size and their scope, and I wasn't expecting Artists at Play to produce this full on. However, Julia did get back to me and pretty much said she would love to put our brains together and to try to figure out what we could do for the piece. And I think that's what I mean by having your roadmap change. In my head, I thought, it should be another regional theater or a Lort theater company, and they will carry the piece to its next step. And it turned out being this smaller but mighty Asian American theater company in Los Angeles. And it just so happened that one of the producing partners, Marie Wren, had a connection to USC, and that's how we were able to work together with USC and Artists at Play to get this reading happening. And yeah, to really take what might have looked like it wouldn't work given the size of the show and the size of the theater company, and to try to brainstorm an idea that could work. First of all, I'm so thankful to the folks at Artists at Play for not just straight up saying no, as I've heard from a lot of other theater companies who might like the piece, but then it doesn't fit in their season, or they couldn't handle the scope or the hiring of the actors, or whatever the reasoning was. But here came this smaller theater company that was up for trying something out. And Yeah, I am so glad I took them up on it, and I think this is a very powerful next step for the piece for several reasons. One, to have the show be performed not in the Bay Area and in a place like Los Angeles where there is a lot of theater happening here as well. Two, to like I said earlier, to have this condensed version and to learn so much about the script. Three, to just be connected to new Asian American theater artists from a different part of the country. I'm just getting so much out of this time. And yeah, I guess my takeaway is you just never know what the next step is going to look like. You just gotta keep going and make the connections and reconnect with people, and especially don't underestimate folks who may not look like the thing that you think your project needs. In this case, Artists at Play, because I think the benefit of Artists at Play being a small theater company is there's fewer red tape for them to be able to put on a reading like this. So anyway, I'm just excited that the reading is happening tomorrow, and just wanted to encourage anybody out there who is trying to get their work produced or to a reading or a workshop. Keep going, keep making connections, and how your next step looks may completely surprise you and be different than how you envisioned it. But lean in towards it, and you may find that it is the absolutely right next step for that project. Anyway, that's about it. My arm is getting tired because I'm holding the phone because I don't have a stand when I'm down here. And that's about it. So I will see you all when I'm back in the Bay Area next week.